I'm going to have a look at this Bowie knife set here. This is made by Timber Rattler, the Custom Steel series. It says here, this is a Pakistani made Bowie knife, and they're pretty cheaply produced, like, or at least it seemed to be, because I've been kind of researching the Timber Rattler line and that, going on looking up other people's videos and that, and it seems like at one point these things were like dirt cheap, like they were like $20 or less in the United States. And actually when I picked this one up, this one retailed for like 40 something Canadian, and actually after I picked it up the price had raised, like I think it's in the 60s now for the same exact set. And it was simply referred to as the Timber Rattler, I believe it was Custom Bowie set. It didn't really have any of the little funny names like, you know, the Sunset Bowie or whatever. It just said like custom set. I do also believe that there's other companies that might make this, or they have this exact same set, but it's called something different. I'm not positive, but I thought I would get it here and have a look at it, because I needed this specific profile of blade because I'm going to actually modify this thing, and that's kind of why I got it, and I wanted it to be at a really cheap price point to in order for me to modify it, because I didn't want to get anything too expensive. So I thought we would see an actual, like, what kind of quality this thing is. If you go to other people's videos, there's quite a few Timber Rattlers on there, but they're different knives, like they're different styles. I wouldn't say the quality is the same for everyone. Like basically if it looks the same as this and it's under a different name brand, but I would say it's probably the same quality. But if it's a different knife altogether, I just don't know how these cheap knives do their thing. Like if one company like Timber Rattler has better quality control than other ones, or what. So I can't compare it to the other knives that guys were reviewing. So first, to start off with, we can look, you get this nice package here. Comes in its like cardboard box there, and it was covered in oil. Was this one? No, sorry, this one wasn't the one that was covered in oil. This one was moderately covered in oil. It did have a preservative on it, but you get it like this. You get the sheath, you get the two knives here. I'll go over each piece individually. That's what it looks like anyways. Our little knife to start off with, since right at the top, you see we have our little miniature blade. It's basically supposed to be like a miniature replica of the big knife, and it's pretty much a little Skinner style of knife. And it says on here Timber Rattler. On this side it's a stainless steel Pakistan. Who knows what steel it is? Like, I'm assuming it's stainless steel if it's 440 stainless. Where they got the steel from watching them do their thing, I have no idea. But anyways, it looks alright. I have pulled these out you know, prior to the video, and it seems like there's quite a bit of burring and stuff like along the blade and that. I won't go too far into the little one. I'll talk about, I have some other things to mention on the bigger blade, but we'll just look at this one. It's nice looking. I assume that it's full tang. It's hard to tell whether it's actually a smaller tang that goes down here and they've put like a piece of steel that is like a liner that goes around. It's very, very hard to tell. I'm not positive, but if you look at it from this side, the metal seems to be the same thickness. So I would say it's probably full tang. I won't know till I get this apart. When I'm not going to do the little one, it's the big one that I'm modifying. But once I do that, once I get it apart, I'll know for sure. But I mean, it's okay, the little knife, and it's got, like, you know, the typical rough edges and stuff from the cheaper knives. I mean, if you had just an abrasive cloth or something and you went over it, probably would get rid of those burrs. So that's that. And the weight of the knife doesn't feel cheap or anything. It doesn't rattle, doesn't move. It actually feels pretty solid in the hand. So we'll get that guy out of the way here. And I'll check the sheath out next, and then we'll go into the massive blade here. So here's the sheath, which I really like this. Usually, everybody complains, and I'm sure everybody would complain about this one too. Whenever you get a low end, like cheaper knife, like it's nothing super amazing, but it's like a Bowie knife sheath. Like, what do you really want? I mean, I'd rather have this than a nylon sheath. And the leather is actually, like, it's soft. Not super soft, but soft. Like, if you look at the really cheap crap that's out there, this stuff will be really rough. And it'll be super stiff. And that, to me, is the crappy kind of leather. I mean, it could be a personal preference. I like the decoration on here. You got the little rattlesnake there. It's just barely embossed in there. And then the little piece here, which is perfectly adequate. It's just stitched on there. Nothing super great. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but I mean, it's not bad. And then you've got your piece here, which has that liner around the edge. And on the back, you can see the leather here isn't all messed up or anything. In the stitching, if you want a closer look at the stitching, and you could put a heavier duty stitch in there if it bothered you so much. And then we've got the riveted on piece here, which I think is perfectly fine, perfectly adequate. So I really like I also like the button. I believe, I'm not positive, somebody in the United States would know, but it says here the Great Seal of, it says Great Seal of the state of, I think it's Louisiana. It's got 1907. Somebody will know. And I really like these buttons. That kind of makes the sheath to me, because they're really neat. So anyways, don't have to go on about the sheath too much. We'll get right to the knife. So this is our main knife here, and I needed this profile. It has this, I don't even know what you would kind of call this piece here. It's like a choil or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I needed this exact profile, and this was the only knife, even in the expensive range, that I found has this piece. But yeah, so we got our classic 10-inch Bowie. It might be a hair under 10 inches. I'm not 100% positive. I haven't measured it out, but super nice. Like, you got the blade here. I mean, for its price point, it's not a mirror finish, but if that's something you wanted to buff out yourself, if that's what you wanted, you probably could. I'm doing the opposite. When I get finished with this, it's going to be, the opposite of polished. So this piece here, you can see, like, it's not perfectly cut there. I don't want to criticize the knife too much, because I think that's kind of what everybody does, is they criticize these things just because they're cheap. Like, oh, it's cheap, it's garbage. Like, I'm just showing you exactly what you're getting here, like the sort of the imperfections on it. But I'm not saying that this is a bad knife in any way. Of course, it's not like I've tested it out or anything. And here's our spine and our edge here. Like, again, it's got the burrs like the little knife. This would have to be, re-edged. It is fair, like, I mean, it is sharp out of box though. You can also see, like, the grind here. See a little bit of waviness in it. I mean, is what it is. We've got the same marking, stainless steel Pakistan and timber Rattler. This piece here, the little guard, obviously it's not stainless steel. I mean, it's probably the same steel as the blade, but you can see this massive roll here. This massive, like, I don't know exactly how they see. That would be unacceptable quality control in my opinion, but you can see how it's got, like, the burr on there. It's not the end of the world. And then it's got rust on here too. Kind of tells you something about the metal we have. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's rust in there. It's not just like dirty oil or something. You can see the fit of our guard. Like, it's like, I mean, I don't know what I would call that. I would say poor. Like, I mean, it's barely acceptable, but whatever. I mean, and then here's our handle. I really love the handle. It's nice. Unfortunately, you can see like tool markings on here. The pins are nice. This one right here might need a little bit more. There's no edge on those. And then our handle is the typical, like, it's not perfectly fit. Like, you know, you'd have to work on it, sand it down to make it perfect. It's not that far off though. Like, just holding it, like, you wouldn't notice anything, but it's just if you go over it, like, with your finger or whatever, then you can feel how far off it actually is. Really nice. This heavy piece here is like a pommel. I mean, that's like a real pommel. There's so much steel down there. I don't know if this is a liner in here or if this is full tang. I mean, it would be nice if it was full tang. It looks like it. I can't say 100% positive though that it is. Like, just the way it's fit up. And the balance, the knife just out of box, the balance on this thing is actually really good. Like, the thing I hate most about knives in the balance is when the handle is super, super heavy and the blade feels like it's a feather. That to me is the worst kind of balance. This one feels pretty nice. Another imperfection, as you can see, there's pitting right here. Like, wherever this steel came from, I'm sure that was an imperfection in the metal when it, like, before it even got to be ground out. Now, there was one thing I was going to mention about the little knife. If anybody knows, well, probably it'll be better if I get the little knife to show. But it seems to me that all these knives are fitted up. If you see in here, and you'll see right on there, and then down here you can see how it appears as if there's some kind of resin, or it's like a glue or something, where they've put it in all the gaps to smooth it out. Like, it's in here and there, and then they file it down, whatever they do, sand it down. If anybody knows what that stuff is, like, for the comments, like, could you put what it actually is, and not just say like, oh, it's some kind of resin, because like, I kind of get that, but what the actual stuff is, because I've noticed when you get these blades that you'll see stuff like this where you'll get chips in it, or it's been ground and like a chunk has been taken out, and I would really like to have whatever that stuff is to actually repair these, like, so that they make better wall hangers if that's what you're going to do with it. But I would like to actually have that stuff. I don't know what it is. I mean, what I do now is just use like super glue and fill it in, but there must be an actual product that they use. So this isn't really a review on how great this knife is. It's also going to be a show blade when I'm done, because I'm making it actually a movie knife, and so I'm not really sure about its durability. I mean, it feels like super, super solid, and the weight of it should be a really good knife if it is full tang. Like, when I get the scales off, when I do the when I actually start working on this, and when I'm done my blade, I'll mention in the video in the future whether it is full tang, because if this was in definitely full tang construction, this thing is an absolute monster. Like, it seems to be really good, and for the price point, they're only going up in price because of all the tariffs and everything going on. They're only going up, and I was lucky to find this at the old price point before they started going up. It was probably the last one they had in stock at the old price. So if you're looking to collect these different style of buoys, the price they are, I would not be afraid to pick one up. If you were using it and it broke, glue it back together and put it on the shelf, because they're nice enough looking, in my opinion. So this is the Timber Rattler. They refer to it as the custom set. That's all it said on the like, where I bought it from. And so yeah, other than that, thank you for watching.